So some of the big knife boys were razzing me in my last video about not having big enough knives, so I decided to break out the big guns for them here today. They didn't think any of my 4 choices were large enough, but you know, I'm really going to show them here. Now, I'm just kidding. I do love big knives too. I am going to have lots of videos on big knives. I even bought a cold steel recently for an upcoming video. But today, we're going to talk about summer carry. Now, this doesn't mean all summer long you need to be carrying a tiny knife, but there's definitely times when it's very, very convenient. You're wearing shorts or something like that. You don't want to have a knife clipped to your pocket, so you just want something sitting down in your pocket that you can barely notice. That's where something like these guys come in. This first one is the Real Steel Esca. This is a newer knife, a collaboration between Poltergeist Works and Real Steel. It's about a 2-inch blade. FRN handles, but they are going to be coming out with G10 and some carbon fiber handles as well. Now, this one does have a clip on it, but I did take it off on this version here. I've been using this one. Notice I took it out right there. It is a crossbar lock. It takes a little getting used to with a smaller knife, but you just got to get used to it. It's not too bad. You just kind of press it up against your knuckles right here to unlock. Easy peasy. Really nice lockup, actually pretty strong omega springs as well. I love this blade shape. It's super slicey and pretty tall for a knife like this. And there's the slot where I did take out the pocket clip. And I'm pretty sure you can reverse it as well, but you do have to take these screws out. So that's one con for me with this. You know, taking the clip out or reversing it, you got to, you know, pop a scale off. So worth mentioning, but if you are a righty and you like the clip anyway, you'd be fine. Now, I love this knife because it's super ergonomic. It's a 3-finger knife, but you still really feel like you're locked in. You got some jimping right there. This is great for a lot of EDC tasks. Like I've said in my previous videos, I sometimes go to my kids' baseball tournaments. I'm just wearing shorts or something. Sometimes I just want to put a little knife in my pocket. This is perfect for that. And check out how slicey this thing is. 12C 27 blade steel. These go for around $39.99, I believe. And like I said, they are going to have upgraded versions. 12C is just like a step below 14C 28N when it comes to edge retention, but it's just as tough. It does come in a bunch of different colors, and I'm interested to see the G10 and carbon fiber versions as well. But for FRN and only being 1.3 ounces, it feels solid. If you can see inside there, it has like half liners, but there is like minimal flex here. But yeah, kind of reminds me of some of the fixed blades that I like, just in a folding knife form. So definitely one I'm going to be using a lot this summer, and I'll put links in the description for all of these guys. The next one is the Tacray Vento Mini. This is a multi-tool. You got the carabiner right here, G10. So it's pretty durable. And then you got a locking blade. You got this little button right here. You pull out your knife and it locks in place. 10CR15 MLV blade, and it's interesting because it's like a chisel grind, right? So look at this side and then look at that side. So like for scraping and stuff like that, it would work great. Really good steel, it's locking. You could actually do some work with this knife. Obviously opening your packages and stuff, but it's pretty tough and would be good for doing random things. Let's see how this one slices paper, because I have not tried. Not bad. Not as slicey as the last one, but actually pretty damn good. Then when you want to unlock it, you just go like so, and it locks back in place. Then on this side here, you do have a seatbelt cutter right there, flathead screwdriver, or maybe even a pry bar, but you know, within reason, keep in mind. It wouldn't be so strong that you could just pry doors open with this thing. And then you got a bottle opener down here. So pretty useful for how small it is, and it's 25 bucks. Not bad at all, and it fits right on a keychain. Look at how tiny that thing is. Let's measure this blade real quick. Like 1 1/4, 1 3/8. All right, up next is a classic, but it's new to me. I recently bought a buck knife. This is the Buck 55. It's half the size of a Buck 110. Now, stock, it's 420 HC steel, but it does have that nice boss heat treat that Buck is known for, but you can also customize these on their website. You can upgrade to like S35VN, MagnaCut. You can change the materials here if you don't like brass and the ebony. A really nice thin hollow grind. This thing comes stupid sharp as well, clip point design, and it is a backlock. These things feel solid, and I think they're about 2 ounces. 2.4-inch blade, and another cool thing about these is that you can get 4 fingers on it. I wear size XXL gloves, and I'm still able to get 4 fingers on it. And let's see how this slices. Yeah, I think you could do some work with this guy. Now, part of the reason I got this is because I have a cool little brass pen from Big Eye Designs. So here's this thing. It's like 35 bucks, I believe. And I got this really cool slip that fits this pen perfectly. And then this side is made for the $1.55. I think they make these in different sizes too. This is a hitch and timber slip. So they make them for like the larger buck knives and other knives as well. But I mean, you could just put this thing in your pocket and, you know, if you're really trying to class it up there. And then you got a nice little EDC setup with a pen and your knife here. I like it. Next, we got the American Blade Works slip joint. Now, I have like 5 or 6 slip joints. I have a couple case slip joints. I have some Jack Wolf, like some of the budget Jack Wolf slip joints. But I freaking love this thing. And this hollow grind just gets stupid thin. This thing is Magna Cut, like 6364 HRC. Titanium handles, but they do have some new ones that came out with like G10 that are 10 bucks cheaper. This one's not cheap. It's 160 bucks. American made. It's a small batch product, but you can usually find them out there. I love American Blade Works. I have like a couple of their Model 1 knives. It's a small operation, but he does really good work. And these are very popular slip joints. Now with this, it's like a 3.5 finger knife, but it's a really strong slip joint. Like, it'll wiggle a little bit, but it doesn't feel like it's going to give much there. And it feels pretty damn ergonomic with the 3 fingers, and the pinkies just kind of rest in here on the very bottom. Now, I've already used this one quite a bit, and it definitely needs a stropping. But yeah, you can see this thing needs to be stropped up a bit. But it's also thicker blade stock. So check this out. It, like with a package and just cutting into random things, it's fine, but the blade is quite a bit thicker than these others. So like, let's look at this one. Yeah, I mean, look at the difference in the blade stock there. So, you know, you get really thin through here because of that hollow grind. But trying to like cut through paper, it kind of gets hung up right there. But also, this needs to be stropped up. A few others I'm throwing in here last minute. The Kizer Microbe. This one's interesting because of the shape, obviously. And this really nice, useful drop point blade. I mean, it's kind of, you know, they're very similar here. The Esca blade's even a little bit bigger. But the interesting part of the Microbe is that you can actually get 4 fingers on this if you use that choil there. You got jimping on the blade as well, and you are really locked in. I took the clip off of this as well. One issue I did see as well with this G10 one, I'm not sure if they're all like this, but if you look like on this side, the clip, the right side for a right-hand carry is inset, but then it's got holes on the other side, but it's not inset. This was like a first batch knife, so I'm assuming they probably fixed that on future ones, but it's worth pointing out. It does have their top liner lock as well. This one's pretty fun to fidget with. So that's a good option. I think these run like 55 bucks or so for the 14C28M version. Then they have a high-end version of this in M390 that's, I think, around 120 or something like that. Lastly, one that I've already used a ton. This has been like one of those knives where, say I'm wearing basketball shorts around the house, I have this in my pocket, or even going out and about. Sometimes I just throw this in my pocket if I don't want a bigger knife. This is the Big Eye Designs Overlook. I freaking love the action on this thing. Not only is it good for a mini knife, it's good for any knife. It feels like glass. Big Eye Designs killed this one. This is my favorite knife that they make. M390 steel. It does have a reversible clip. You can see here I put it over for left-hand carry. And it's all put together here with this screw down here. So notice how there's like no screws on the body here other than the pivot. It's all kind of connected and sandwiched together with this screw, and you can flip the clip there. About a 2.6-inch blade, 1.9 ounces. It's light. It's very lightweight. You barely feel it. Really useful blade shape. They say their M390 is a 62 HRC, and you can still get 4 fingers on this. And you got some jimping right there. I love this thing. So yeah, all these are pretty tiny, like 1.3 ounces. This thing's under an ounce. ABW slip joint here is about 2.3 ounces. This is probably the heaviest one. It's just thicker overall, thicker blade stock, thicker scales, but it just feels solid. But like I said, they do have a G10 version that I'm sure is lighter. And the buck here is like 2 ounces as well. And, you know, I'm kind of smitten with this thing. This thing came out, I think, in the early 2000s. And, you know, the original Buck 110 came out in like the 60s. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. But I kind of dig some traditional knives. I'm sort of digging Buck lately, and I might dive in with the 110 here soon, too. But obviously not a fidgety knife with that backlock. I'm not sure what the Kizer Microbe here weighs, but it feels pretty light as well. All right, so I promise in the next videos I will have full-size knives or medium-sized knives, but I thought that this would be a good video for this time of year. If you like a smaller EDC in the summer, at least for part of the time, let me know what you tend to carry. I'll have links in the description for all of these, and check out one of my other videos if you enjoyed this one. That about wraps it up. Until next time, thanks for watching.